Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with CircWorks, and this is 100 Days of Making Comics. I believe this is day 72, and I think yesterday I said it was day 72 as well, which it wasn't, because I think it was day 71. I should just stop mentioning what day it is, because I always get confused. Anyway, you're probably wondering, what is 100 Days of Making Comics? Well, it's where I put aside at least 30 minutes a day in my hectic, busy schedule to work on my own personal comic book projects. The project that I'm working on is called Young and the Dead. It's kind of like Goonies meets Night of the Living Dead. It's kids versus zombies. Looks a little like this. So I'm gonna show you some of this interior artwork real quick. And there's a reason for this. I want you to pay attention to this, because I'm going to show you stuff later in this video that I'm not as proud of as this. So I want to show you that things do progress. So anyway, that's kind of what the interior of the artwork looks like and everything. So that's kind of what I'm up to nowadays, doing this comic book. But way back when I was a kid, I was making comics too. And I did one of these videos before, I think it was way back in the 20s, where I pulled out some old Trapper Keeper folders or files of some stuff I did when I was a kid, and I was kind of surprised it got kind of a positive response. I think people dig looking at that old stuff. So against my better judgment, I have brought out these folders again, and I'm going to show you some more of my old artwork. So try to contain your laughter a little bit. Let's see. So let's start with this one here. So this is kind of like my big magnum opus when I was a kid, my comic book, The 10th Earth. I think I did this in I think it was like 5th grade. But yeah, so it was, if I remember correctly, and I guess I can show kind of, let's see. That's the black and white version before I colored it. So it was the story of, I guess there was this huge overpopulation problem on the Earth, so we had to go to other planets. But I guess we didn't go to other planets, because what we did was we were just going to clone the Earth and make another one so we could live on it. And then there was a big disaster, and let's see if I can find it. Oh, where is it? I gotta find it. It's gotta be here somewhere. Hey, where is it? Maybe I can't find it. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so in trying to clone the Earth, somebody hit the switch and actually made like 10 different versions of the Earth. And oh yeah, you can see it right there. And then towards the end, the last one started to explode. So now, and the physics of this are all sound. You know, of course, this could happen. So the last Earth, the 10th Earth, exploded in mid-clone, and so it's just like this disaster, which ended up being like a prison planet. And then one of our main characters got stuck on that planet. So that's the story of the 10th Earth. So yeah. So what else do I got? So this is so I did I tried to do action comics, and then I did some humorous comics. This is a character my cousin created called Jive Wolf, and I guess this was kind of his answer to Teen Wolf. But he's like a radio disc jockey, like a Wolfman Jack, but he was actually a wolf. So this is a comic, Almost Scary Tales, starring Jive Wolf, and I guess the idea, each one of these would have a different character, a different story. It was kind of like an anthology or something. So here's another one that I created called The Asparagus Man. And so, yeah, Almost Scary Tales by Fun E Comics. I had like different brands for different comics. So this one is my Quest comic brand, and this is Force 5, and each one of these guys have a different element from nature or something like that. I think different. I don't know. They were based on different kind of. I don't know. There was a snow guy, a fire guy, a storm guy, or girl, and I don't know. Some of these I don't know what they are. So yeah, let's see what we got here. This is the whole origin story. We got this guy, Dr. Polar, which I think I've got a picture of, but here, I'll read some of it for you. So, moments later, the team arrives. Rick Frostman, what a coincidence that a guy named Rick Frostman becomes a snow ice guy, can change his body rapidly to 0 to 40 degrees, or 40 degrees below 0, change his body structure to ice, and anything else he wants to freeze. This process changes him into, what we got here? I had all these different. Dr. Polar. And there's some of my other characters. We've got Storm, which I don't know why. I guess I wasn't really familiar that there was an X-Men Storm. So, Inferno. Earth King, which I think I copied this guy pretty much right from an Alpha Flight Swamp Thing or something. There was, I think, an Alpha Flight villain like that. So yeah, that is Force 5. What else we got? Oh, and then around the time there was where USA for Africa and We Are the World and all that was, everyone was doing like benefits for starving kids in Africa and Ethiopia and everything. So this is my comic book. I don't know how. I guess I was trying to raise awareness or money, but this thing, obviously I never like sold any of it. So this is Fighters Against Famine. So we've got my whole team of characters, all the characters I created fighting this famine villain. So. And then here's a parody I did this was after, I think, the John Byrne Man of Steel, or the Superman #1, that's like a newest one before I don't guess whatever they're doing now with the 52 or whatever. But this is my little parody. Diaper Man, which I think there was a character called Diaper Man from this Mighty Heroes cartoon. I don't know if you guys remember that. I'll have to see if that's on YouTube or something, because that was a fun cartoon. There's like Diaper Man and Chicken Man and Rope Man and all these guys, but I don't know. This is my Diaper Man. So it's your first issue, Diaper Man, and if you're smart, it will be your last. So let's see what else I got. So there was a thing called Sectars that was a toy line, and they made a comic book, and then I pretty much ripped that off and made them giant robots that ride bugs, and I called it Metallica. It has nothing to do with the band. I guess I just called it that. Anyway, yeah. What else we got here? Look at that. I don't know what the hell this is. Some kind of crazy. Again, you can just kind of see through it. I did all my artwork on the back of my schoolwork or things like that. So I don't know what that is. A lot of detail, a lot of stuff that makes really no sense at all. Here's another superhero team, Quadrant Q. And these are some of my, I don't know if you could see these guys. I wish I would have colored more of this stuff. Let's see. And then another comedy thing here. Let's see. This one is Captain Studley. And he's just kind of a buffoon type superhero guy. Oh, here's one I did in color. I tried to paint this. I don't know if I tried to do this. I got a set of gouache when I was a kid because I met this artist and he was doing all this amazing stuff, and he was saying, well, I do this in gouache and everything. Of course, I didn't know how to do anything with it, but so I created this guy, I-Man, and I think the I stood for invincible, so Invincible Man, I-Man, I don't know. But yeah, that was me trying to paint early on. Look at this guy. Look at this guy's head. Look how small it is. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, what we got? Oh, and then my character Cyberduck. I think I talked about him before. I did this. This, I don't know what it was. Look at the. I did a little crop that little thing out so it pops out. I don't know. It's like a panel, comic book panel. Just, I don't know. Here is. I pretty much copied this straight from New Mutants Art Adams with Warlock, and I changed it, and I don't know, it's a robot taking off his face. Maybe he's a cyborg or something. Oh, okay. This is interesting. If you guys follow other people that are doing the 100 days of making comics, You've probably seen Kenny Keene. He's got a comic book called Slayer. And I forgot about this, but I also had a comic called Slayer. But don't worry, Kenny, I'm not doing anything with it. So, yeah. But he was kind of a ninja guy, too. And I think my brother, it says Todd Circlin, that's my brother. So and it says his Slayer. But I drew this, so he must have came up with the idea, and I just drew the comic. So this is my brother and I's version of this is our Slayer character, and he's got, I guess he's like a ninja guy, but he's got an Uzi. So I don't really know what a ninja needs with an Uzi, but there you have it. So fun stuff. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so let's see. I found this. This kind of means something to me, more than most of the rest of the stuff. But so I think in the other video where I was showing old stuff that I did, I had this comic book called Car, and it was a fighter for freedom. It was kind of like my Conan version. It said based on the novel by Scott Circlin. Well, I dug this up. This is the actual novel, and my mom bought this frame for it and everything. So I think this is like 5th grade that I created this thing. So I'll open that up. It's really dusty. It was sitting in a drawer here. I gotta hang this up or something. But so I did this. I think, like I said, I think I did this book when I was in probably 5th grade. And there's some illustrations here. I'll show you. It's worth a good laugh. So yeah, I think I typed this whole thing out on my. I don't know if I did or if I had somebody help, but on just a typewriter. This is before, personal computers and everything. Oh, so here we got a dinosaur attacking, a castle. What else we got? This is our main hero car setting off on some sort of journey. I don't know. I'm not going to read this whole book. I'll have to reread it. I'm sure it's good for a good laugh here. This is him facing one of the villains, the Dogman. And he's got kind of a throwing star. This was probably after Kroll with the Glade. So I just stole that idea. And let's see what else we got here. This is a kind of a combination. This is a world where there's like future robots and, or I think this guy traveled back in time because he had to meet the one hero guy and bring him to the future or something. I don't know, but this is the guy from the future. His name was Gunner Arm because he had a gun for an arm. Oh yeah, so here's the time travel machine going back in time. What else we got? And again, the reason why I'm showing you all this old stuff is just to kind of show you that everyone has to kind of start somewhere. I mean, my stuff was obviously was this what I'm showing you, but with practice and everything gets better. So yeah, you just got to stick at it. And the main thing is, yeah, just keep creating stuff. Here's some more illustrations from that book. Yeah, I think that's it as far as illustrations. So yeah, so I did this illustration, then we kind of burnt the edges. I wanted it to look real cool. And I think this might have been the beginning of like, I don't know if I have it here. Do I have it here? I don't know if I have it, but like my mini comics and everything where I do all this extra, personal touches too and stuff like that. I don't know. I always like to do that kind of stuff. Oh, what else do I got? We're running a little late. Let's see here what we got. So I think this is actually more in high school, which is kind of embarrassing because it's not that much better than the other stuff. But yeah, I did this thing called the Freak War, and these are all like characters are based on people that I went to school with. Let's see. Let me just take all the different people that I went to school with and kind of make fun of them and make stories about them and different people. So yeah, so like here's like the hippie chick, the punk rocker. This is kind of based on a friend of mine. He actually looked pretty much like that. The rapper type guy. This is another friend of mine. His hair wasn't that quite high, but. And then, the popular girl. Oh, this is the preppy guy. I don't know what you would call that. That was before the bros. That was kind of that type. So yeah. So and then this is another thing. if you've heard of the fabulous furry Freak Brothers, this is my Geek Brothers gang, and these are all the, you know, more of the characters, kids and stuff that I went to high school with. What else? Here's some more of them. There's a stoner guy. On this here, this is a map of my high school, and it's kind of a comical map. So the like the cafeteria is like the forbidden zone, and we've got the guy with the it's like a meat locker with the mystery meat, and the guy with the hockey mask, and I don't know, this whole thing, you know, just a little map of my school from a humorous perspective. Oh, here we go. So I think I showed you the one I did, like the Kiss thing, and I'd take TV shows and just stuff I like and make comics of. This was a show a while back. If you guys remember Hunter with Fred Ryer, so I made my own Hunter comic book. I'm not sure how far I got. Yeah, so okay, getting towards the end here. So, and we will get back to creating, you know, new comics and back to Young and the Dead and stuff tomorrow, but I thought I'd show you this stuff. Okay, here we go. So this is actually a CD cassette cover I did for my friend who's a hip hop artist. He had a song called Cartoon Land. It was all about his adventures with all these different cartoons. So there he is, and then you know, it's kind of big here, but so I drew this pretty big, and then it was shrunken down, and I colored the whole thing, and these are all just different lines from the song and everything about him going through Cartoon Land and meeting all these different cartoon characters. That was fun. I wish I still had that on cassette. Maybe it's somewhere, I don't know. This is a self-portrait of me, sort of, looking through some kind of spear. What else we got? Okay, here, this is... Okay, so I did these, I think this is a little later on. This might have actually been in college. I started doing this comic strip based on a friend of mine who was kind of a big troublemaker. But all of these are just stories of how I used to torture, me and my friend used to torture my little brother. So you've got, this is my friend character, and actually he's kind of also the inspiration of the character Mitch from my comic book Young and the Dead. So, but anyway, so this actually happened where we told my little brother that if he would go outside naked, that the snow cone man would give him a free snow cone. And he got out the door, and then he kind of looked around. He's like, I don't know if this is worth it. So he went back inside. And here's another one. Yeah, there was a number of these, so it just told you how much I used to torture my little brother, but it was mostly my friend. But so this is one where we got in the kitchen and we just took everything out of the cupboards and in the fridge and stirred it in a big pot and just made this huge mess. And then my mom got home, and we told my mom that my brother did it. And you can see he's getting a spanking there. So anyway, sorry Todd, sorry for all the torture when you were, I don't know if he watches this anyway. But yeah, so this is some stuff from my past. This is kind of how I started doing comics and everything, and I'm still doing it. I don't know what that says about me. But anyway, so yeah, if you enjoyed this, I don't know if I'll do many more of these, but yeah, I'm getting towards the end. I think I've showed you pretty much everything I can that I've kept. I mean, I'm sure there's more stuff in storage or something, but I thought I'd take a little break from doing Young and the Dead, put out something like this, and I am making progress on the book. I think I'm getting close to wrapping up another page, which I think before the video I showed yesterday, I just wrapped up a page, so I'm pushing along. So hopefully, you know, we're getting close. You know, we're getting towards the end. I never intended to get the whole book done, but I am getting closer, and you know, I'd be curious to see how far along I am at the end of these 100 days. Yeah, I want to keep pushing forward, getting work done on that. But like I've mentioned many times, I don't want to show you every step because then it gets repetitive. So I just break it up and bring you some old classic CircWorks type, you know, crazy stuff from when I was a kid. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, we'll be back tomorrow with the regular, you know, regular format. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. That is all.